The decision has come down from the judge tonight. The trial for self-help author James Ray will go on. Thanks for choosing us. I'm Steve Kuzj.
This is an ABC 15 breaking news report.
That breaking news involving an emergency on a Southwest flight heading to Phoenix from Houston. That flight was forced to turn around and land in El Paso after the smell of smoke broke out on the plane. Chris Ennis of Cave Creek was on that flight. Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords' road to recovery is picking up now in Texas. Good afternoon, I'm Steve Kuzj. The journey started this morning at Davis-Monthan Air Force Base in Tucson and ended in Houston. Doctors are calling the trip flawless. We have live team coverage for you. ABC 15's Hatzel Vela is in Tucson right now, where people line the streets to wish the Congresswoman well. But we first start with Corey Rangel. You're going to find him live in Houston, where Giffords is starting her rehabilitation. Corey. Pet owners, this one's for you. Veterinarians say it's one of the most underdiagnosed life-threatening conditions for dogs. What happened to Scarlett here and why her story could save the lives of more pets? Now, this really is something quite amazing that this little boy has done. And don't worry, there are certain people within the city that have taken notice, and I'm told the chances are pretty good that Tristan will receive some kind of award for his quick actions. Live in Phoenix, I'm Steve Kuzj, ABC 15 News.
All right, here we go.
This Gulf is as deadly as it is beautiful. Countless ships have found their graves at its bottom. Due to the nature of the fire and the stuff that's actually burning, and just how serious it is and hard it is to put out, firefighters have switched to using a special foam. The 4th of July celebrating here in Mesa is cooling down after tonight, but things will still be going on in many other parts of the valley, and yes, it'll still be very hot out there, so remember to keep bringing lots of water with you. Let's go inside for a closer look at just what the damage did. This part right here really shows you just how dangerous this storm turned out to be. This branch right here punched a hole right through the house like a knife through hot butter. A paragliding accident sends a man to the hospital after he plummets 60 feet to the ground. It happened this afternoon on South Mountain. ABC 15's Brian Webb joins us live now. And Brian, do we know how this victim is doing?
Firefighters tell us he has cuts and bruises.
$21 million. That's how much money is now on its way to Arizona State University and the U of A. That's all because of a new broadcasting deal for the Pac-12 sporting events. Sports Director Craig Fouie here joining us live now. And Craig, the big question here is how do ASU and the U of A plan on using this $21 million?
Hey, Steve, thanks a lot.
A Snuggie pub crawl isn't a new idea, though. They've actually been held across the country in cities like Atlanta, Chicago, and New York. However, we couldn't find any on record, sadly, of being held here in Phoenix. ABC 15 meteorologist Rich Dahlquist here with the forecast. And Rich, definitely weather outside that doesn't require a Snuggie.
No, they needed a Snuggie. It was cold. They had some rain there for us.
Well, one important question is people going to the Grease Festival tomorrow, are they going to want to, maybe put some mittens or a hat on?
Not going to be that cold. I mean, it is snowing like crazy.
All right, here's something sweet. Let's just call it trading books for barbecue. Joe's Real Barbecue celebrated its annual Customer Appreciation Day today. How? Well, by giving away free barbecue, of course. This year, Joe's teamed up with Loving Through Literacy to accept book donations. The organization helps fill and fund libraries around the world in areas that usually don't have them. So, tasty food, go grab yourself a snack and help kids read. World News Diane Sawyer is coming up next. We'll be back at 6 o'clock, and don't forget to make abc15.com your homepage. Have a good night. Developing right now, Phoenix police responding to this video here. Shows an officer arresting a teenage girl. You see him running after her and then just slamming her head right into that concrete wall. That officer, Patrick Larison, is a 6-year veteran of the force, and he's now on administrative leave during an investigation into that use of force. Just before the arrest, police tell us the girl was fighting with a parent in the school parking lot. The fight happened back in January, and this video was posted 2 months ago, but it just came into the department's attention within the last 24 hours. The girl faces aggravated assault charges for fighting with a teacher. Well, we've also just learned that the officer here, Officer Larison, could face charges himself. We have a crew getting answers from Phoenix police right now about this video. We'll update you as soon as we get the newest information here. Phoenix police working a murder mystery tonight after 2 bodies were found in a West Valley home. Investigators are still trying to answer the question here. Was this a murder-suicide, or did they both die at the hands of somebody else? ABC 15's Tim Vetscher live tonight near 31st Avenue in Northern. Tim, what are you hearing from neighbors out there?
Well, frankly, Steve, they don't know if the shooter is among the dead or if that person is still out there.
Right now, a developing story unfolding in Chandler, in a Chandler neighborhood here. Investigators searching a home after finding a drop house. ABC 15's Corey Rangel is live at that house. Corey, I understand investigators found this house based on information they received from across the country. A very unusual break-in at a Best Buy store this morning. Phoenix police tell us a man and woman literally cut their way into the electronics department near I-17 and Thunderbird. They used a saw, cutting a hole into the side of the building. They were caught loading up $28,000 worth of merchandise into their pickup. Police were alerted by a silent alarm. Officers now tell us Judith Gallegos Ybarra and Gabriel Sanchez are charged with commercial burglary. In a change of heart, the White House has decided not to release photos of Osama bin Laden's body.
There are going to be some folks who deny it. The fact of the matter is, you will not see bin Laden walking on this earth again.
A statement read there straight from the president himself. He decided the graphic nature of these pictures of bin Laden's corpse were just too likely to incite violence against U.S. troops and American citizens abroad. Meantime, the raid on Pakistani soil that nabbed bin Laden, it has seriously damaged our relations with that country. Adding to that, CIA Director Leon Panetta told lawmakers on Capitol Hill today Pakistan was either involved with bin Laden or just incompetent.
I think it's important we find out whether the Pakistanis had knowledge of Osama bin Laden being located where he was.
Also today, U.S. officials say they've uncovered some new and intriguing facts in this case. Bin Laden had dyed his beard and was ready to flee at a moment's notice with 500 euros sewn into his clothing. Count on us here for the very latest on this huge story right on ABC 15 and abc15.com. A man is fighting for his life at this hour after a bee attack in Phoenix. It happened last night near 32nd Street at Van Buren. Firefighters you see there say this man was stung thousands of times by a swarm of bees, numbering around 100,000. They say this guy was just walking down the street when these bees attacked him, swarming him. Firefighters rescuing him by covering the bees in foam, killing them. There may be yet another delay in the launch of the Space Shuttle Endeavour. That would mean more waiting time for Shuttle Commander Mark Kelly and his wife, wounded Congressman Gabrielle Giffords. She plans on returning to Florida once this launch is rescheduled. NASA says the problem here is a switch box which was removed from the Shuttle Endeavour. It has a blown circuit in it, and that repair work is taking a little bit longer than expected. NASA currently is targeting a launch for next Tuesday at the earliest. Endeavour was supposed to blast off last Friday. Finally tonight, Santa's in Speedos. An annual holiday tradition getting a whole lot of looks down in the streets of Toronto today. Dozens of people braving the frigid temperatures during the nearly 2-mile jog. The Santa Speedo Run is a fundraiser for a children's hospital in Toronto. The event began back in 2005. Now, those are some of the fittest Santas I've ever seen. Where's the bellies full of jelly, you know, usually associated with it?
I'm trying to strike it from my memory. I'm looking away on that one.